Children don't learn things the same way other kids do. Okay, what does that mean? Well, your child's personality plays a huge role in how they attain information. We have invited author, psychic, and consultant Pamela Osley here to explain how your child's color will help you understand him or her a little bit better. What do you mean by color?
It's the aura, the energy field that comes off of people. Everyone has a radiant energy field, and yes, there's science behind this. This is not some new age woo-woo strange thing. There's actually science. And the different colors have different personality types attached to it.
So this is something that comes natural to you, or have you, tell me how you understand this or see this.
Well, I see it as like a glow that comes off of light bulbs, and I started seeing them about 28 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How interesting.
So,
So would I be able to see it off my own child or other people's children or other people?
You could if you develop the ability. In the meantime, I've created books and websites that people can go and take a quiz and find out what the aura color is of themselves and their children. And
we find this, especially you in your studies, have found this so important with kids in school, because every child has a different personality, a different aura, you say, and I think what happens in school is they're all funneled into one style of learning and whatever the teacher decides, and that's when you see disruption in class. Is that right?
That's right. Well, and it's hard for the kids. So for example, yellows are very energetic. Kids that have yellow auras, they have a hard time sitting still. They're all over the place. They're pleasers, they're creative, they usually have a sense of humor, but they're all over. So they get accused a lot of being ADD or ADHD, and so usually what people say is sit down, behave yourself. That's the worst thing you say to a yellow. You want to let them go run the track or run errands for you, or if they're learning, if they can doodle, as long as there's movement, a yellow can learn.
Okay, so that's interesting, because if you have a classroom full of all sorts of different colors, how is the teacher supposed to be able to allow the yellows to sort of be free?
Well, one of the reasons that I wrote the book is to help, first of all, teachers and parents to identify what the different color personalities are. And so when it's really easy, he or she, the teacher, starts identifying that, okay, that one can't sit still, that one can't sit still, they're yellows. Let me get the yellows together and we'll go have them do a certain thing, or, have them be creative, or, let them laugh, let them be active instead of, there are the colors that they have to sit still, and they can get disrupted by that kind of energy.
Okay, so that's a yellow. Now explain to me what a violet is.
Violet, right? Because those are your two colors too, with a little bit of blue.
She nailed me like that. As soon as she saw me, she's like, you're a yellow and you're a violet.
Violets are big personalities. Anyone that's got a violet child knows violets have big dreams. They're leaders, they're visionaries. They want to go travel, they want to make a difference on the planet. A lot of them are performers. So violets can get very bored at school if they're bored with the pace, because violets go 150. They want to get on with it. And some of the other colors like tans will go step 1, step 2, step 3, very analytical, very logical.
Okay.
And that bores a violet. So you want to give violets tasks where they're in leadership positions. Or you want to get them involved in like humanitarian projects. That's big. Or get them into the performing arts. They love to perform.
Okay.
They're not shy yellows. But violets need to be, dynamic. So if the teacher and the parents can help them do that, you're going to have much happier people, because otherwise violets get very depressed.
Okay.
If they're suppressed, they get very depressed and very dramatic.
Got it. Okay. I think she might be right. Okay, so now let's talk about a tan.
Tans are what I just said, that logical, analytical. They tend to be computer operators and engineers. They need to focus on the data, on the information, and they tend to process much more linearly and slowly. And so if because violets go 150, a tan's back here going, wait, 2, 3,
very methodical.
4,
okay.
And tans have a harder time taking tests because they really pore over the data and the detail, and they don't express their feelings very much. They keep their feelings to themselves. And violets are just the opposite. They're very dramatic and very, they want to speak.
Wear our hearts on our sleeve.
Yes, they want to speak. They want to, engage people. So it's challenging if you've got those types of different personalities in the classroom. But
I feel bad for the teacher. I mean, especially with budget cuts these days, they have 30, 35 kids in a class, no help, and this rainbow.
Right, and I've been in the classroom. I've been in special ed, so I know the kids. But if you let the TANs all work together, and they get to pour over the details and the data and take tests on a different way, then the violets can go do projects and get involved in something that maybe helps other kids in other classes, because they're leaders and teachers.
So for those of us who don't have your ability to see aura and colors off people, you said you have a quiz on your website?
Yes.
What's your website?
Auracolors.com, A-U-R-A colors.com.
Okay, I think that might be, it's just as kids are going back to school, why not take a few minutes, take the quiz, kind of see where your child or your children stand on that. And maybe if you can't convince your child's teacher to change the way they do things, do it at home.
That's right.
Perfect. Pamela, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you,
Very
Heather.
interesting, by the way. Let's get over to Mark and talk about a great event, but it might be past curfew. We're talking about riding bikes at midnight. For you and I, Mark, this is way past our curfew.
Oh, this is way past our bedtime. This is almost time for us to get up. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Heather. And we're talking Midnight Madness here. It's a great bicycle ride through some of the most beautiful parts of San Diego. Raises money for a great cause. The whole family will have a great time. TJ Johnson is here this morning to talk to us all about it. Good to see you.
How you doing?
Now, how many times have you ridden in the Midnight Madness event?
This would be about the 6th time that I've ridden in it, and it's a really fun bike ride for the whole family.
Now, it's an event that benefits Hostelling.
Yes,
Hostelling. We have to explain to folks what that is.
Well, Hostelling is the original Hostelling comes from Europe, where you go, instead of the hotels, you stay at a hostel, and it's like a group thing. People stay there, they cook, they clean, and they work together. And there's a lot of adventurers and travelers and bike riders go to hostels all over the world. As a matter of fact, I'll be probably doing some Hostelling in Bordeaux, France at the end of September.
Oh, how wonderful. So you're going to cycle through Bordeaux, France, and stay at hostels.
That's right.
How fun. Now, how do you pack for something like that? I mean, you know, it's just you and your bike. Are you going to have like the huge packs all over here?
Well, some people take the packs, or some people take a backpack or a day pack, what we call it, and you just pack for the weather. Sometimes you have to pack early in the morning for cold weather, and then you take off and you put on the warm weather as the sun comes up, as it was in San Diego last week. But you want to make sure that you're dressed right and you got enough food and enough water to get you through the day. And you cycle and you see things. I always call the bicycle the new pony.
You know, that's really true when you stop and think about it. I mean, it's a chance to see cover a lot of ground, get some exercise at the same time, and you do get the best view.
You see everything, and you meet a lot of different people from a lot of different places. And cycling, you will never find anybody who's not friendly who will talk to you.
Oh, see, that's just you paint a great picture, and that's setting up the event now. Now, it's been called Midnight Madness for several years now. We're not going to change the title, but so that more people can participate, we're going to back the startup time up until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to start the ride at 9 o'clock, but you'll still be there at midnight because the festival is after the ride.
The real madness starts
yes, that's
after the ride.
And one of the best things is that it's a beer festival, and you can bring the kids, but keep them away from the beer. But what you got to understand is that after you take a 12 or 13-mile ride, what do you want? You want a nice refreshment. So there's going to be soda and beer and a lot of music and entertainment and contests where you can win prizes.
So that's where you decorate your bike.
Yes, you decorate your bike with the lights. You decorate your costume. You probably won't notice it, but I'm Denzel Washington right now. That's who I'm going to go as. And if you win, if you win, you'll get 2 tickets from Alaska Airlines to any place that they fly.
So there's some incentive to decorate your bike. Now, where is it being held again?
It's going to be held at Spanish Landing, 9 o'clock Saturday, and get there early for parking, and you get there and you get ready. And there's a lot of people that you probably want to talk to. There will be places where you can get your bike fixed. There will be places where you can learn about biking, learn about how to sit on a bike. If you get a flat tire, there will be marshals along the route to help you fix it.
Okay, so folks, if you haven't signed up already, the registration online is actually closed, but you can just show up and sign up at the event. That's one of the reasons to get there especially early. But if you want to take a look at the event and more of what it has to offer, you've got the great website.
Great website, www.midnightmadness.org.
Midnightmadness.org. You would have thought that name would have been taken. Midnight Madness San Diego.
And that's the only madness that happens that's healthy and good. And I guarantee you, if you do 12 or 13 miles, you're going to lose about 500 calories.
Oh, beautiful thing. TJ Johnson, it's great to see you. Have a safe and wonderful ride. And then I understand before Bordeaux, you're going to take off and do a little short ride up to L.A.
I'm going to ride all the way up to L.A. from, and it's 159 miles. It'll take 2 days, stop in San Clemente for a little break.
Enjoy.
All right.
All right. You'll see him out there at Midnight Madness this weekend, so join him. All right, coming up a little bit later here, restaurants on wheels. Some San Diego food trucks here. Some of the best are pulling over for a little foodie event that you won't want to miss, the festival where you can try them all in one place. Coming up.